Hey, everybody, welcome to TPIM SR Live. I'm your host, True Power is Mine. Listen, y'all, got a very exciting show for you today. Very exciting show. It's here, y'all. We don't have to wait for it. The chip is quite literally here, and technology in general. I want you all to know that when they target you with this technology, it's not going to be personal, it's just going to be business. Let's look at what Elon Musk is talking about. Hold on. Because then the second half of the show is going to make crystal clear. Elon Musk to unveil Neuralink progress with real-time neural demonstration this week. A chip in your head. Now that major news has announced this, now that this is no longer speculation, you can put away the tinfoil and all that. This is actual empirical fact that brain chips, yes, indeed, are real. Now, this is just Elon's version of the brain chip. The chip's been around probably since the 50s, if not longer. Now, with that being said, this is the segue. Hold on, before we segue, though, I just want to put this up here real quick. Oh, goodness grief. Hold on, y'all. Computer's acting up. Okay. Elon Musk's brain machine interface company, Neuralink, has an event scheduled for later this week to update the public on its progress since last year's presentation. While the agenda is speculative for the most part, one explanation is a live demonstration of a neuron activity. Oh my gosh. Can't hardly even see that. But this is the second part. This is the part I really want you guys to listen to. This is Black Sunrise talking in detail about the chip. Listen up. Oh, and she will be a guest on the show very, very soon. Very soon, we will have Sister Sunrise back on.
It is through the churches, think about it. Outside of the Olympics, the World Cup, and major sporting events, where is the one place that people congregate weekly in large numbers? That is your churches, your synagogues, and your mosques. Those three places are hubs for testing this technology. Churches, synagogues, and mosques. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Most of the people, when I used to counsel victims of these programs, the majority of them were targeted via churches and were implanted via churches. Your churches, your synagogues, and your mosques are the number one places for this technology and deploying this technology. You've been warned. Okay, so let's continue. So the first thing you need to understand is that you have no privacy in your body. What does that mean? It also means when you are typing your password, the computer and people behind the computer will be picking up every letter, every number that you type. So think about when you do things like online banking. Think about when you do things like putting in your debit card into your ATM. Think about things like Facebook and brain-to-computer interface and Google and Apple and all these companies testing brain-to-computer interface. Okay? So when you're typing in your passwords, someone at the back end and the AI will be memorizing your passcodes. Are you following me? So think about the levels of crime. Understand the level of crime that will take place, orchestrated crime that will take place when you have these systems in your body. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is no privacy. And I'm going into detail. When you're typing, let's say you're typing something on the computer, you're literally going to hear a computer system repeat back every letter, every number, and every word in a playback inside of your body. This is the level of lack of privacy you need to understand. And if your system is open, that means anyone on your system will be literally getting your literal bank account details out of your head. That's people literally stealing the password to your computer out of your head. Think about the level of criminality that occurs with this technology. I'm going into detail and telling you how it works. But they're masquerading this as it's the savior of humanity. I am telling you, do not believe these creatures. When you're making plans, let's say you're making plans and you want to surprise someone, there will be no surprises because either the programmer will know what you're planning or the network that's on your implant will know what you're planning. If your network is hooked up, I'm going to go there with some of you. Many of you are going to call me a nutcase, but don't say I didn't warn you. Many of you cannot understand this level of mad science. Thank you, E. Carter. But don't say I didn't warn you. Depending on who's on your network, because some of the network I explained to you, if they're using you for wireless body area networks, your networks will go across the communications grid. That is your internet, your television, and your radio. That means people working in television stations, people working in radio stations, people on social media like your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram will know your thoughts in real time. Are you following the degree of privacy invasion? So some of the things you will think is synchronicity. It's not synchronicity. It simply means that your networks are opened and people are actively on your network. Exactly, Queen of Zion. When you go and you're thinking something and you haven't spoken it to someone, and all of a sudden you go on your computer or you turn on your television and the very thing you're thinking is playing back to you, and this happens over and over and over again, you may be implanted. Okay, so that's some of the depth of the privacy invasion. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to understand. I explained to you before, the second element is the prison industrial complex. I explained that to you before. Does everyone understand how you become the prison industrial complex? You become a walking prison where you're bought and sold as a slave in a concentration camp. However, to the average person, you look like a regular person, free. Is everyone following the prison industrial complex when you're implanted? Or do I need to explain this again? Press 1 if you understand when you're microchipped with any one of these systems, you become the prison industrial complex. Although you look free to anyone, you look like a free person going about your daily life. No, you are a walking prison. Okay, good. All right. Does everyone understand the slave system? So far, I explained 3 things: the slave system, the prison industrial complex, and the no privacy. Does anyone need me to understand how you become a slave when these implants, these systems are inside of you? Do you need me to explain how you become a slave? You look free. We are going into this future whether you wake up or you don't. And I am telling you so that you are prepared for this future. That's a good question, Maxine Wells. But let me just finish the train of thought and I'm going to answer the question. All right, so press 1 if you understand the slavery of the future. If you don't, I'll explain it again. Maxine, you won't have a choice. To answer your question, right. Maxine, you won't have a choice. That's the nicest thing I can tell you about this system. You won't have a choice. Okay, good. All right, so far we understand 3 parts of this microchipping system: the slavery system, the prison industrial complex, and the no privacy. Everyone that is alive will have it. Okay? Everyone who they leave alive on this planet, they want to have it. Okay? All right. Now let's get into some of the deeper aspects, the more difficult aspects of when you are chipped. And this is where it gets very difficult, because one of the things they want to do when they microchip you is to isolate you until everyone is microchipped. Do not let anyone tell you that they don't need to microchip you. I will tell you this: the satellite frequencies can monitor you anywhere on this planet, but they don't want to stop at aiming frequencies at you. They want to be God inside of your body. Are you following me? Yolanda, I agree with that. They need to all burn in hell. Unfortunately, hell doesn't exist. Right? So, do not let anyone tell you that microchipping is not real. It is very real, and it is their end game. They want to be God in your body. So this is where it gets really difficult. And this is where the battle lies. And this is why I always stress to all of you, know who you are.
That is so perfect. That's why I like Sister Sunrise, because she always says it like it is before it's even going down. This was from her YouTube channel, Black Sunrise. Please check it out. 5,000 plus subscribers. All right. She is like the go-to person for spiritual, UFO, deep state, history, philosophy, secret organizations. I mean, come on, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. But check out her YouTube channel. And now back to the skivvies. I want to show you how this technology is being targeted at you. Here it is. You know, good old Rite Aid, yeah. Rite Aid to drug people. Rite Aid deploys facial recognitions in hundreds of stores, but most of them are in lower class, poor neighborhoods. That's not my words, that's theirs. And I will pull it up for you so that you all will see. Rite Aid deploys facial recognition, hundreds of stores. All right. Here it is, right here, first paragraph. Hold on. Let me try to scoot this back so y'all can see it a little better. I know it's somewhat blurry. There it is. That's about the best I can get it, yeah. The pharmacy chain, Rite Aid, deploys facial recognition technologies in hundreds of stores, locations in the nation's largest cities, particularly in low-income neighborhoods, predominantly homes to people of color. See, now we're back to calling black folks people of color. They're people of color. A new report has found. Now, oh my goodness, yeah. The chips are coming out. You already know that they have like this slap on tattoo. Raider, peace and power. Brother Al, peace and power. Brother Shannon, Bird, peace and power. B, welcome to the show. Listen, y'all. We've laid out the groundworks on past programs. I know that you guys have all gotten a sense of what's occurring right now isn't by happenstance or chance. I already told you guys about the monetary situation, how we're going to the digital currency. Value is going to be moved electronically. Now they're going to be putting a damn chip in your brain. You guys think that when I talk about these secret organizations, it's a joke, or when I mention cabal of evil people who seek only to destroy us, or at the bare minimum, control us. And the only way out is unity. I am so thankful for those who have shown love on the Cash App, Patreon, and watching the videos and sharing the videos. Thank you. But I really want you guys to understand. Hold on. Hold on. I just wanted to see. No, they don't. Okay. People of color. This is what you see right now when you type in people of color. The first big story from ABC News about black transgender. I want you all to see this and really understand what's going on. Hold on. Let's look at the imagery. Even this is kind of whack, but here's what old black power used to look like. Or people striving to overcome, okay? This is what it used to be. Now, it's that. It's this right here. Now, I'm not advocating nobody harm anybody because that's ridiculous. That's not right. If you're using violence just to justify your own status on another individual that you think is weird or whatever, that's whack. Now, if you use violence to protect yourself, like these weird people come at you and you protect yourself from, that's totally different. Now, apparently, I can tell right here was found shot to death. So, unfortunately, this human being has perished, probably in the most horrendous of ways. I get this is someone's baby. I get this was someone's child. I get that maybe even someone cared for this individual. Trying to be PC. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to be PC. I'm trying. Trying. But now this is going to take the place of your liberation. This ideology, because don't forget, racism's dead. Bootstraps anybody, just tie them up and you can succeed. The world is your oyster if you like such nasty stuff. I'm telling you, all this illusion, the picket flints and the beautiful home and well manicured yard. Not that it's not attainable. I'm not saying it's not. But for the vast majority of you guys out there in the high rises, out there packed into one apartment, most of y'all are not getting your own home. Point blank. Sorry. In fact, most of you people won't even be on this earth in the next 20 years. Once again, my apologies. Because those who truly govern this planet, those who truly have power, they're going to perform a bloodletting this world haven't seen in a very long time. Only reason why you guys really give a shit about World War I or World War II or Korea or Vietnam or any other conflict is because of the blood that was shed during the conflict. Now, one can argue the last great conflict was what? World War II. A lot of souls perished, but look how much money was generated. And look at the generation after that. Isn't that out? So much death in the 30s and 40s and then the 50s. Well, the end of the 40s and the 50s, all those babies born. And you guys don't even see the correlations. You see souls leaving the earth and you see a bunch of souls coming back in. See souls leaving the earth, bunch of like reincarnation. Kind of see it. But never mind. Let's just keep it simple. I already told y'all before, check out Virgil. Keep your eye on Israel, y'all. Keep your eye on Israel. By the way, hold on. By the way, those who are in the defense industry, please be aware or advised. Logistics still compromised. So tighten up the logistics. I mean, it's pretty obvious where people are at when you're sending them, care packages. I mean, we have a black op budget for a reason. That should all be highly classified and shouldn't be declassified until at least 50 years after the movement's done. Because, believe it or not, even though the war's coming, the United States of America could prevail if every citizen sees something in it for them. Yes, I said it. The mob, the people have to see something in it for them. More than a pat on the back, a prosthetic leg, and maybe medical care for the rest of your life. Every one of those Gulf War veterans, 1 and 2, should all be getting a residual check from Halliburton, even if it's nothing but $500 a year to all those men and women. Just $500 stinking dollars a year, just so Halliburton can be like, hey guys, have a big screen TV on us. Thank you for, securing these oil fields for us under some dubious circumstances. Weapons of mass destruction. You see, because both sides, whether it's communists versus socialists, socialists versus capitalists, capitalists versus communists, all those three major power systems, just like the major religions, has one master. And I'm telling you, the games that they're going to play are going to be appalling, but yet mind-blowing at the same time. Now, hopefully you guys have invested in XRP. Hopefully you guys have checked out Deagle Military, the website here. See, hold on. I want to show you guys a little Chinese weapon. Where's it at? Hold on. Damn it. Okay, I agree. Hold on. I gotta go all the way down to the bottom, folks. Sorry about this. All right. Maybe I gotta expand it. Oh, where's it at? Oh, they put it up here, huh? Equipment. That's kind of cool. They actually moved it. Equipment. Let's look at support aircrafts. Hold on. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. That, my friends, is a Chinese drone helicopter. You already see the pods for, night vision, optics, thermal, all that to put missile bays, and they're good to go. Now, with the Chinese numerical numbers amplified by how many of these they can produce, hold on. Now, here's the problem with China, where we want to realize this or not. If they're not lying about their actual population, if their population is indeed as massive as they suggest it is, the problem is going to be, how do they feed their people? The problem is going to be, I don't care what regime you got, but once you get famine hit, people start acting crazy. So what do civilizations typically do when they need to eat? What did the Germans do when they needed to eat? What did the Hungarians do? The Ottomans do? The Greeks do? The Romans do? The Carthaginians, the Egyptians, anybody? Ancient Chinese, what did they do? They conquer people. And if you think that these people have an army of basically 2 million active, and estimates of 8 million reserves. That's a huge fighting force. I mean, yeah, nuclear missiles will annihilate a few, along with biological weaponry, but there's still a lot of people. Right now, as we speak, China can quite literally have whole divisions scattered all throughout the world. The way they ship stuff, they can ship whole mechanized divisions underneath everyone's radar. Oh, this is just a bunch of Nike shoes in here, boss. Choo choo. But that's not the real threat, is it? The real threat to the United States is the hate. You heard about Wisconsin, right? If you haven't, let's just jump over there. Huh. How handy. It's right here. This is Wisconsin. Another brother was sacrificed on the altar of police brutality. More thoughts and prayers. Shout out. He's going to get a mural, maybe a t-shirt and a hat. Still dead. Shit's still burnt. You see, what's occurring now, and I think it's astrological as well, things are so off kilter. Things are so unbalanced that the illusion of balance, the illusion of nature being a whole, it's quite obvious. There's filthy rich people that can shit all over the planet, and if you stand up, you get squashed like a bug. If you don't believe me, talk to some of our brothers and sisters in developing countries where, not developing countries, let's just say colonized countries, where their development has been stifled by corporate greed, by corporate manipulation, tribal infighting, and by corporate testing. Let's see if this vaccine works on these people. Juice them, Dano. This is what I'm talking about. And once this chip is integrated into the system's format and plan, dude, it's a wrap. There ain't gonna be no more discipline. You'll be sitting here talking like I'm talking. The next thing you know, zap. What happened to him? Oh, must have just been some sort of bad chip. It malfunctioned. You'll get 2% of that. That's within specs. Or worse yet, you start talking too much. You know what? I want to buy me a cheeseburger from Diner Dash or whatever, and you thank it, and it's like process denied. Funds froze. What are you gonna do? Oh, you think you're gonna hit the streets? All they have to do is just come through with a van. Oh, there's a chip pinging over there behind the dumpster. We see you back there. They'll snack your ass up. And you think you're going to be slick and not get the chip, you're just going to be viewed as a extremist, radical nut job. Basically a shooter ready to pop someone at any moment, and you'll be dealt with. Oh, this is going to be peace with safety. Remember that, friends. The politicians are going to be saying peace with safety. Now, they might get slick and try to say peace and security. And that's what you're going to get. And then all the evil, corrupted, decadent politicians, scumbag, rich elites, oligarchy, malarkey are going to have a field day. Just think of all the future victims of this mayhem. I mean, just look at it. Look at the institutions. Look at the damage the Catholic Church has done. Look at the damage the Boy Scouts have done. Look at the damage the public school system has done. If you're honest and you're sincere, you'll recognize that these institutions has only promoted a atmosphere of bullyism and fear. Up in the Catholic Church back in the 80s, you bet not talk about what Father O'Malley's doing. Back in the 70s, when we go out in the woods, boys, what happens in the woods stays in the woods. And then all throughout the 90s and 2000s, even though my student is only 12 years old, he's a man, and he's going to be the father of my child. So don't sit here and think for 1 second that that situation is going to be any better with the chip. All it's going to do, because don't forget the elites always have a different chip. Now you're going to get a basic run-of-the-mill chick peasant, with the kill switch, probably a little cyanide wafer in there, and just goes right to your brain and shuts your ass down. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it. Never mind that. If you're an engineer, please don't listen to that. Disregard that. It's terribly complicated to make a cyanide micro wafer. But anyhow, you poor people, poor souls, are just going to get the basic chip. Now, the rich are probably going to get the chip with infinite upgrade compatibility. It's going to be beautiful for them. But for you guys, wait until the food riots hit. Look at this. For you guys, this is going to be your Saturday night. Woo, woo. Joey, don't forget to take out the trash. All right. Rob the wealthy, they're going to have a bunch of goons like this. And they'll be in their opulent buildings while you're out here in feces-laden sidewalks. There you go. See, they don't mind you showing your ass, but that's as far as you get. You're not going to get in the ivory towers over here. Let me pull this up so you guys see the full picture. You're not going to get over here like over here in this blob of light, ivory towers. And that's what it's about. Look at the streets. Look how dirty and filthy it is. Talking about coronavirus. How many loogies are down here? How many people just straight up squatted and pissed right here? This guy's going to be remembered forever. Do you remember when Uncle Charlesy got up there with the bullhorn? But don't forget, the majority of these people you see in this picture in 20 years will not exist. Look at this. Look how the size difference. No, this seriously. Look, I mean, I know they're all locked in arms. All right. But look at the arm size difference. Well fed. I mean, hold on. You got to see Mr. Chinny Chin Chin. Well fed. Maybe needs a sandwich. Maybe needs a sandwich. And a scoliosis test. The point is, guys, what if it was your kid? That's the point. It's not their kids. They don't give a fuck. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. All you guys are slated for deletion. That's what people don't get. If they understood that, then they'll be like, you know what? It doesn't even matter because it won't be your kid. It will always be my kid. So fuck it. Let's do something constructive about it. Body armor. And this dude is even a shank to shank him. That's sad. This is the difference. He has heart. This man has heart. This man has passion. And they blanked out something on him, though. That's not me. That's the picture. But this guy here, well fed, once again, body armor. a pistol, probably a taser, a shield, probably a baton somewhere. And all this man has is heart and passion. But history will show us guys dressed like this will win, because once he's given the order, all right, kill them all, boom, done deal. Look at this, man. He's ready for war. Let's go and bust some brains. And here they are. Here's the average run-of-the-mill protesters. You know, white chick, black chick, black chick, black chick, black dude. That's typically what you see. Once again, well fed, not so well fed. She could use a sandwich. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see this guy's eyes. Look at his eyes. Hold on. You see the eyes? It's like he just wants to kill this dude. Oh man, that's some Van Damage. This must have been last night. You see, they were just making s'mores. This one's responsible with a water hose. You know, they're just making s'mores for the crowd. And when you have, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 people, you have to have a pretty big fire. Looks like a fire truck may be on fire too. This guy's doing a new dance called the tear gas shuffle. People beating on private property. That's all. This is what conservatives are going to say. These people are, one, trespassing and banging on private property. Well, actually, not private property. This is a police department. Well, then it'll even be worse. They're attacking the police. That's all they'll say. They're attacking the police station. And all they're trying to do is knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's. Well, man, that's one way to clear your sinuses. This guy, a victim, sweeping up. There's a janitor. Whoa. I don't know if this guy's a real janitor or not, but yeah, that's weird. And there's law enforcement. Dude, that looks like they're going to straight fucking war. Got gauntlets, body armor gauntlets, shin guards. All they need is like thigh guards. And here's the protesters. Cheesy John Lennon sunglasses, long hair, easily to grab. Oh, that's nice. You know, I can appreciate what people are doing. And even though it's co-opted and hijacked, and the actual principles of it is rather distasteful, but the energy, you can feel the energy. And they got the little Black Lives Matter flag, and they're walking down the street. God plus law plus order. GLO. Jello. Hold on, what type of flag was that? Oh, American flag. Damn. All cops are bastards. That's not cool. That's not cool. Not all cops are bastards. Because some cops are sons of cops, and they know their fathers. Let's not shit on the word bastard. You know, that's really for those fatherless bastards that don't know their daddy. The problem is your daddy don't have no power over them. So in essence, as far as the law is concerned, this almost should read all protesters are bastards. Not my words. I'm just using logic, critical thinking, and reverse engineering it. That's nothing. But yeah, this is what's happening in your country. While you're sitting there sleeping and enjoying life, Rite Aid, hold on. There it is. Rite Aid here is straight up facial recognizing you, put you in a database. I wonder how much are they selling that database and to whom? All right. A Rite Aid employee based in Detroit, the population, which is more than 75% black, told Reuters bluntly that the software the company started out using doesn't pick up black people well. It really just looks they all look alike. Gary? And this is where we're at. Before you leave, I want you guys to be aware of something. Before you go. Now, the debt clock here is really good. There's a lot of information on here other than just the debt clock. This is how much the United States has. All right. So we're like at $100 trillion in assets. Believe it or not, we could float that. It would take a lot. It would take a lot, and everyone chipping in. So the national debt is really not that bad. What's bad is this right here. Assets per citizen. 386 plus thousand. Now, if you're a citizen, you find yourself not in that category, that's because there's billionaires and millionaires and 100,000aires ahead of you that got your money. I'm just saying it. I'm sorry. And look how much money the U.S. funds and liability. Bankruptcies, medium income of the country. All this information here, I swear, if a person was a nefarious individual, they could use this information. But that's about it, yeah. Just remember, until we all realize we're quite literally stronger together. United, we truly stand. Divided, we always fall. I suggest you learn some Russian and Chinese, and you learn it real quick and in a hurry. And for all you true folks out there that just wants to tear down everything and restart it, if you survive, you're soon going to get your wish. This will conclude TPIM SR Live for tonight. I hope you live your life of integrity without hate, envy, or greed. And as always, brothers and sisters, please, 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 let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace and power, unity and victory, dignity and respect, liberation. I'm out.